Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Stormworks, and I once again fell off the face of the planet, so I'm sorry. I'm back, kind of, I think. Anyways, this is a new build. It's going to be a pretty quick one, but it's hopefully to get me back in the game, you know? But anyways, guys, this is going to be a very, very simple build on purpose. We're going to be building this for a specific PvP event in the Discord that we're going to host. So if you guys want to be a part of that, there will be details down below in the description. Still working on the dates, but join the Discord if you want to participate. We're going to do this in the next couple of weeks and probably do multiple sessions. But it's just going to be a simple little Navy boat, PvP, team versus team. They're going to be exactly the same boat. Everything's super manual, and we're going to build it on camera also. So that is kind of what we're working on. So if you guys, like I said, if you want details, just join the Discord. I will try to post some more details on my YouTube when I know more. But me and the mods are still trying to work out some good dates and whatnot. So anyways, enough of that. I did fall off the face of the planet again, and I apologize for that. But I just kind of needed a break from YouTube, and I'm trying to ease my way back into it. So I apologize, guys. Also, side note, City Skylines footage, Corrupt. I don't really think any of you were watching it anyways, so we're not finishing that series. So I do apologize if you were into that series. But basically, the footage isn't corrupt. It got recorded in the wrong, what is it called? Aspect ratio, I guess. The recording session was like messed up anyways, so it only recorded part of the screen, not the whole screen, and that's really, really cool because I don't really think anybody was watching that series anyways, so we're gonna just move on from that and pretend it didn't happen, guys. But so that kind of happened as well. I did a little bit of some shorts, but I haven't really been working on Stormworks too much. I've been a little meh with the Stormworks thing in general, which is why I think I want to start doing some events. And that's kind of why we're building this boat. So do bear in mind with me, guys, this boat is going to purposely be a bad boat. This is not going to be a good boat. This is supposed to be a struggle to use. It's supposed to not be very optimized, not very sophisticated, we'll call it. It's supposed to be basically as unsophisticated as possible. But I'm doing that for two reasons. One, because it's fun, and two, because it's not going to lag at all. So we've actually, this boat, as I'm recording this, is basically done already. We've done a couple test runs. So if you are in the Discord server and you see a bunch of us hanging out in chat, just feel free to join us. But we have done a couple test runs and it went really, really well. Actually, this thing ends up being pretty hard to sink. And also it's very fun because I think it's a good size, but we also get a good amount of guns on it. And it's just fun to mess around with. Like I said, it's going to be very dumb. There's not going to really be anything, no targeting systems, nothing like that. So no auto loaders. You have to manually load everything. So I think you guys will like it. If you are interested, I can try to put this on the workshop when I'm done. I probably should. But yeah, that is basically the plan for this build. And I don't really have a name for it, but it was just really fun. I did it in, just a couple days. And I actually really enjoyed it because normally I'm caught up on building stuff that just takes me months and months and months. So it was actually really refreshing to more or less do this build. I did the majority of this build in one day, actually. So, and you can see in the background, we are more or less getting the hull finished up. The hull, again, not going to be very complicated. Pretty flat on the bottom here, but this game likes that, so we'll keep it like that. And then I'm actually going to go by and I will double hull a lot more of the ship just to make it a little bit more durable. But after that, I'm not going to go crazy with like all of that kind of stuff. We are going to we'll add some bilge, which is manually pumped, which is kind of funny. But the plan for these boats really is that you need at least like 3 people on the boat to really even be effective. So ideally, you probably have 4 to 5, and if you're really crazy, you could do more than that. There ends up being a turret in the rear, a turret in the front, 2 waist turrets, and then a turret on the roof. So that is 5 altogether, and then a driver. So I mean, realistically, you could do 6+ people. Probably would get a little bit cramped at that point, but you could do it, and there's not really a limit on it. I'm not going to do a full interior on this build. There will be a small interior, but it will basically just be to go replenish your ammo and that kind of thing. So keep that in mind. The rest of it will be physics flooded, which does make the sinking a little bit tricky, but also, you know, it's just, I don't really care to do a full interior. And for the purposes of doing PvP, I don't really think most people care either. I think just having an ammo hold and, you know, like a med bed, couple equipment rooms, that kind of thing, that will be good enough for what we need to do. Now, I know we're going all slow mode in this video, which is crazy. And I know you guys probably thought I wasn't going to do the time lapse, but I'm going to, which is also crazy. So I'll talk to you guys in a couple minutes. All right, well, I skipped a little bit ahead here. Hope you guys don't mind. And yeah, this is kind of what it's looking like. Very basic, as I said. So kind of ugly. Don't really care about that. We're not really going for looks, to be honest. And it was kind of starting off to be like an ironclad, and then it kind of turned into like a river gunboat. And at the end, it just kind of turns into some bastardized boat creation. I don't know. I don't even know what to call it, but it's good. And well, not good, but it's good for what we need it to do. And that's be bad. And it drives, and it drives nice, and it shoots. And that's pretty much all we need it to do. So we're just going to go ahead and do some detailing. Now, I have everything white, and I know normally I don't build like that. So I do apologize if it's a little bit trickier to see. I'm really trying to keep these things as lag free as possible. If, you know, we get 15, 20 people into a server, that's going to matter. So if you didn't know, painting actually does affect the file size for your creation, and even the walls in between each other. Like if two surfaces are touching each other and they're not white, that will account for a file addition, I guess. I don't know what the hell to call it, but anyways, that is a thing. So if you didn't know, that's why I'm kind of painting in all white right now. I'll go back, and towards the end of the video, you guys will see I'll throw a little bit of paint on it, and then the finished boat will actually have a lot of paint on it. We'll go back and, actually fill it out. But for now, I am just adding this little bridge, I guess. And it's got comically bad visibility, which I think is really, really funny. But it's actually kind of really good for, again, what we need it to do, because it's pretty durable in there, and there's not really a lot of logic going on. You guys will see it'll be all double walled and whatnot, so there's going to be a lot more armor in this little section, I guess. So it will be pretty well protected, and it's also a pretty easy target as far as the boat goes, because it's going to be the highest point on the boat, so you will obviously see it the easiest. So we do need to protect it. Controlling the boat's not going to be that big of a deal, if I'm being honest. The only thing that's really going to be up there is just going to be the throttle and the wheel and a reverse. So there's not going to be like any control systems to the boat. So you will want to have a driver, or at least like put the trim on or something like that. But other than that, it's just a fairly simple bridge. I just wanted it to be pretty armored. I wanted the visibility to be kind of poor, but that way you can't just get sniped through the glass pretty easily. And the other thing that we're really going for here is repairability. So I want everything to kind of be exposed if possible. And the interior is looking really, really rough in this episode, I won't lie. We'll come back and we'll do a lot more interior work and whatnot. So just be patient with me. It will look a little bit better, but I'm also just going to keep it real with you guys. It's not going to be like a very nice looking ship like a lot of the things I build. It's just going to be very bare bones. Let's get it done in a couple episodes. But yeah, that is the game plan. And I know I'm just saying just random garbage this episode. Really, really what YouTube is. If you didn't know, YouTube is just crazy people that sit in their room and they talk into a mic to themselves and then they put it on the internet. But and that's what I'm doing. So I was crazy once. They locked me in a YouTube room, a room with microphones, and told me to make content. Anyways, I know I'm being pretty goofy in this episode, but there's not really anything for us to talk about. This is really simple. I come to just assume that a lot of my viewers know about Stormworks. I don't really build a lot of simple stuff usually. I know it's not super complicated, but most of you know your way around the game at this point, so I don't really need to explain what I'm doing. I am already adding a little bit of armor here to help protect our driver, and other than that, there's not. You guys all have played the game long enough to know it's also pretty self-explanatory what I'm doing here. I'm just making a boat, and in order to make a boat, you need to make it float, and we already did that part, so we have a boat. So the rest is just fun and decorating, and like I said, we'll get some paint on it a little bit later. I do want to apologize about that again. Looking back in the video, I know there were some parts of it it's very, very tricky to see, and a lot of times I try to use the color change tool and change it to like pink or something like that so you guys can see it better. I don't know why I didn't do that, so I do apologize, and I do have the grid lines on now, but yeah, and this should be on the work. Well, I said I might put it on the workshop. We'll see. I've been really bad about that lately. There's a lot of stuff I need to get on the workshop. It just takes so long. I hate it. It's so much typing. It's like I go to my job and then I come home and I go to my job. It sucks. But anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. But yeah, so we got the bridge mostly shaped out. That is more or less what it's going to look like. I'm going to lower it one more block, or I'm going to try. It doesn't look better. I wanted to check on the visibility. See if it was a little bit better if we brought it down a block, but it is not. And I can tell you right now, it is not. Can't see a thing. So we'll put that back up a block. We'll fill the floor in, and we will call it a day in there. We'll come back later once the engine's in, and we'll throw in our throttle and our ignition and that kind of thing. So, and also I thought about extending that, but that first of all looks terrible, and second of all, it looks so terrible. I don't want to use it, and I don't need another excuse. So not going to do that. I am going to, like a crazy person, see if I can make it look good, which also is not a thing. So we will just block that back over and ignore everything I'm doing right now. But yeah, guys, this is more or less the ship. If any of you have a good name for the ship, please let me know. We do not have a name for this ship yet. And it is just the little ugly duckling that we shoot at each other with as of right now in Discord. But it's very fun, and it's pretty hard to sink, I'm not going to lie. I will give you guys a little bit, if you made it this far, I'll give you guys a little bit of secret sauce in the PvP. once you when you do use this boat, or if you plan on joining us, incendiary rounds are the way. If you can set the other team's boat on fire and just distract the crew, that's like the easiest way to win the fight. Just get them firefighting instead of firefighting. You know, if you know what I mean. That's basically the peak way to win. But yeah, this is more or less the haul, and I don't really think we need to get too much more in depth with this guy. I am going to add a door back here. We're going to extend this a little bit. So let's do that real quick, and then I'm going to throw some paint on it, and we'll close this video out. But yeah, nothing crazy back here. I'm just going to kind of split this little entrance up, and half of it's going to go up to the roof, and the other half's going to go into the cabin, and that's pretty much the game plan. So let's just get a door in here quick, and then I will put in a little partition for the wall in the middle. Make sure that door is facing the right way, and get a ladder on the other side, and then that should be good to go. So I'm gonna just cut to me doing the paint. There's like 30 more minutes of just me messing around doing nothing, man. So you guys don't need to watch that. It would be good for my YouTube if you did, but I'm not going to do that to you. So we're going to cut to the end. And before I do that, it's just a real quick clip. But before I do that, if you guys like this series, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, of course. And if you guys are interested in joining us on our battle, I'm probably going to put the battle on YouTube, by the way. But if you're interested in joining us, check the link below to our Discord. There's a couple questions when you join. If you want to be a part of that group, click yes to the boarding party group. You want to be involved in the events, that's what it's for. So you'll get special pings for that. Anyways, guys, that's all I've got in this one. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. I appreciate you all being here, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.